Some things get better when they're worn, like leather softened by the years. Not broken, not completely torn, just shaped by everything it bears. Worn in, not worn out, that's what I'm learning, what I'm about. Worn in, soft with use, finally comfortable in my own blues. I used to want things new and bright, sharp edges fresh and unscratched. Now I want the faded light, the things that fit because they've matched. Worn in, not worn out, that's what I'm learning, what I'm about. Worn in, soft with use, finally comfortable in my own blues. Every scratch tells something true. Every crease remembers you. Nothing perfect ever held the warmth that only warm things felt. Worn in, that's where I want to be. Deep city. Breathing. Amber light through curtain thin. The night is doing what it does. I let the evening settle in and rest inside the quiet buzz. Midnight amber, warm and gold. A story only night has told. Midnight Not dramatic, nothing loathing, just the color of the oak. Midnight blue, wrap around the softest color in the sound. Midnight blue, line and real, the color only night can feel. Midnight blue, you left a residue behind. The kind that settles into things. Into corners of my mind. Into the quiet that evening brings. Residue of what was real. The softest kind of what I feel. Residue, warm and thin. A trace of where you've always been. Residue, mine to keep. The gentlest thing inside the deep. I find it in the strangest places, in the pause before I speak, in the gaps between the faces of every ordinary week. Residue of what was real. The softest kind of what I feel. Residue, warm and thin. A trace of where you've always been. Residue, mine to keep. The gentlest thing inside the deep. Not a wound, more like a watermark. for less than what it's worth to me now. Some things find you when they must, without explaining the when or how. Blue lamp burning low and still, the light that time forgot to fill. Blue lamp, this is mine. Everything I need is fine. Blue lamp, still burning. That's all I need tonight. The slow hours give what fast ones can. The time to let the feelings settle. The space to hear the quiet chant of what survives and what is metal. Slow hours, take your time. Everything will find its rhyme. The slow hours, wide and real. The Mm-hmm. You never said you stay forever. You just stayed a little long, and I was good at almost never getting used to feeling wrong. Almost yours in the dark, almost real, almost art. You were close enough to touch almost everything, almost too much. The night leaves residue on me. Long after morning tries to clean. A trace of what I used to be. Before the daylight intervened. Night residue, soft remain. Something good in what the dark obtained. Night residue, mine to keep. The trace of the most honest sleep. Night residue, real and warm. The self I am beyond the form. I started cherishing the trace of who I am when no one watches. The night reveals a softer face. The daylight carefully botches. Night residue, soft remain. Something good in what the dark obtain. Night residue, mine to keep. The trace of the most honest sleep. Night residue, real and warm. The self I am beyond the form. Still carrying a little of the night into the day. That's the best part of me. The honest dark doesn't pretend, doesn't dress itself in color. It just arrives at the end and makes the ordinary fuller. The honest dark, mine to own, the truest version of the known. The honest dark, soft and white. Everything that lives inside without the